Welcome to LiveCast with Adzimagic.
And Faux Person.
On today's episode, we interviewed Fungusai.
He's a content creator and Twitch streamer with a mushroom obsession. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Fungusai, and welcome to the LiveCast with Adzimagic and Faux Person.
So, Fungusai, welcome, and thank you so much for coming on to LiveCast with us and agreeing to do an episode. You're a Twitch streamer, obviously, but you didn't start there. So, we wanted to, firstly, we always start with your name and how it came about. Fungusai. So if you could go into that, and then we'll go back into your background and how you started.
Of course, it's quite a very long story about the name Fungusai, and also thank you very much for inviting me onto the podcast. I'm very honoured to be here.
You're welcome.
But how my name all started off, it's a very long story. I'm going back now 13 years to, unfortunately, when my dad passed away, and I had an apartment, and I couldn't live in that apartment anymore. Because I had a lot of memories with my dad, so I decided to move into my brother's after the funeral. I didn't stay one more night in there, and he had a cat, and this cat, it was quite an old cat. I think he was 16 years old at the time when I moved in, and his name was Smokey, but he had like a brain tumor, and he had like gunk coming out of his eye. It was like gunk, so as a joke, we loved him very dearly, but as a joke, me and my brother used to call him Fungusai.
Yeah.
And he used to walk around like a robot cat. So we also called him Robot Cat and Fungusai. He was a lovely cat, but he was that loving. Honestly, he helped me through my father's death when I was dead sad on my birthday in my brother's bed. The cat would walk upstairs, and because it was old, it just wanted to chill under the quilts with you.
Yeah.
To look at me and say, when are you going to lift that quilt up so I can get in there? So you just lift it up and come in. And he'd spend hours with me, and while I was feeling down, and he just really helped me through a hard time. And he's really significant in my life. So one day he got really sick, the cat, maybe 2 months after living with my brother after my dad died. He got really, really sick. And me and my brother both spoke to each other and said, I think this is his last day, the cat. And 6 hours later, he's disappeared out the house, and he had a little dog house in the back garden that he used to sleep in and stuff. And he disappeared out the house. We were looking, and then we ran out into the garden, found him, and unfortunately, he was in the cat hut, clenched up and like stone cold, like a rock.
Yeah.
So it's very sad day that. And I ended up buying an Xbox, because I didn't have an Xbox when I moved into my brother's. So it was a couple of days after to cheer myself up about the cat. Bought an Xbox, and we always called it Fungusai. So I thought, right, I'm gonna name my Xbox gamer tag in memory after this cat. And because it meant the world to me. This cat, it was a lifesaver. So I named my Xbox gamer tag Fungusai, but I didn't want it to sound. I didn't want it to be spelt Fungus, E-Y-E, like your eye. I wanted it to sound Japanese. I wanted to have a twang to it, So we put Fungus AI as the gamer tag. And that was my gamer tag for many, many years. Well, it's been my gamer tag ever since, in the last 12 years, 13 years. But then, if we go deeper into it, it has a double meaning, my name. So I basically... I started researching mushrooms, and because I just wasn't doing well in life. My teeth were all falling out of my mouth. I was scared of the dentist. I couldn't go to the dentist.
Yeah.
And I ingested psilocybin mushrooms. I grew them myself. I took it upon myself to grow them and ingest them. I studied mushrooms for 5 years. I loved the mycology and how they keep us alive and cleanse the forests of broken branches or dead animals. They'll decompose you, and so I was very fascinated by mushrooms to the point where I decided to take the psilocybin ones, and I had a fear of the dentist for 16 years. So when I took this psilocybin, it eradicated my fear. 2 weeks later, I get all my teeth done. Yeah. I got all my teeth done. I was always scared of being on camera. I went and shot YouTube videos, which we'll talk about more about that later. So the mushrooms saved my life. They really saved me from, not saved my life, but they saved me from myself, my bad habit, and all the bad things I was doing to my body, abusing my body. They sort of made me do a U-turn and change my life around. So Fungusai has like a double meaning. It really means a lot to me, and that's how the name come along. So when I come to Twitch, I was like, it's going to be Fungusai, you know. And
I assume obviously that ties in with the logo, because obviously the logo's mushrooms, isn't it? With the name across it. So when you were talking about the cat, I was thinking, oh, so the mushrooms have got to come in somewhere, and you've obviously
got to.
Yeah.
I do love the aesthetic of mushrooms as well, you know, because in practically nearly every computer game that's out there, you will have some form of a mushroom in it, you know. Whether it's Fortnite, Apex, I don't know, but I've seen mushrooms in 9 out of 10 games that I've seen in my time. And I think they just look great as well.
They do.
It's funny, isn't it? Because even in the wild, you see like the ones that you've seen in storybooks, you know, like Alice in Wonderland, where you see like the really colourful mushrooms, and you think, oh, someone's drawn that doesn't exist, but they actually do exist.
They do.
Like,
There's so many.
That amazing.
There's luminous ones that glow in the dark. You know, there's all sorts of different.
Crazy.
I think there's millions and millions of them, and we've not even touched the surface in studies with them yet. I think there's a fear of fungus. It's called fungi fear. Some people are scared of mushrooms, and you know, I believe they're here to cleanse the planet and, you know, keep us going. Basically, you know, 2/3 of soil is dead fungus.
Oh, is it?
And fungus decomposes everything. So when we get buried into the ground, when we die, the dead fungus in the soil decomposes us. It's the building blocks to life. It's what I believe we have a big significance in how humans came around and animals and keeping us going. But that's another story.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you go from just being on your Xbox and playing games to like actually starting to stream and content creating?
Well, to explain that, I have to go back to my YouTube content creation rather than just jump straight onto the Twitch. So when I first ingested the psilocybin mushrooms, and I thought I wanted to be a YouTube travel vlogger, and because I was fascinated, I used to watch YouTube for about 8 years prior to that, and I was fascinated with YouTube. I don't watch TV anymore. Don't watch films. So fascinated, and one of my favorite people to what my favorite category has got to be travel vlogging. So
yeah, I love a good travel vlog.
Yeah. So my favourites are like Harold Boulder, Boulder Bankrupt, Kurt Kaz. They're like the top, you know, ones on YouTube. Yeah. So I decided I wanted to be a YouTube travel vlogger, and I got a loan from the bank for £15,000 to do it, and I went out just after I took these mushrooms. And
was it easy to get the loan? Like.
Well, the bank just sent me a letter. The bank just sent me a letter. It was like it just all happened at the right time. They sent me a letter and said, "Here's you can have £25,000." I was like, I'll take 15. That's all I need to get things.
It's just like a special, like starting a new business loan, and you were like, "Yep, I'll have that."
It was actually not allowed to be used for business. The loan was a personal loan. Yeah. So,
so it's a personal loan.
Said yeah. When I first spoke to the guy on the phone to get the loan, I said I want to use it to go travel and make some YouTube videos, and he was saying, "Well, you're not allowed to use it for business, so I'd suggest you call back when you know you want to use it for personal." So I called back a couple of days later, like, I need it for personal. You know. So yeah, I decided I wanted to be a YouTube travel vlogger, but I had really bad teeth because you've watched that YouTube video, right?
Yeah, I've seen the video. Yeah.
My teeth were literally falling out because I had a phobia of the dentist, and I'd not been to the dentist. I was 30 at the time, and I'd not been to the dentist in 16 years.
Wow.
And when I was 14, I had a bad experience, and that bad experience gave me a phobia, and I was so scared to go. But anyway, so I decided after I had the mushrooms, give me a bit of courage. I was like, right, I've got a loan. Gonna go get my teeth done because I can't be a YouTube travel vlogger if I've got awful teeth in my mouth. It's not good to look at on camera, you know. People, it's just not gonna work. So I thought, right, I'll get my teeth done. Then I'll go out to travel all these countries and go shoot some videos. And that's what I did. But unfortunately, it I decided to do it. Everything clicked into place. I got the loan, everything clicked in place. I went traveling, and this was September, if I remember rightly, 2019.
So just before COVID.
Yeah. So I'm traveling around. I went to, after I got my teeth done in Antalya in Turkey, I went to Istanbul. I shot 2 videos in Turkey on the dental treatment, and then I went to Istanbul. I flew over to Dubai, spent Christmas Day in Dubai, flew over to Thailand, started shooting a few videos in Thailand. I shot 3 videos in Thailand, and coming to shoot the last video, the day after, I think it was the day after, I woke up and everyone's wearing masks in Thailand. You know, I didn't know about it. I didn't have a clue. Because I'm not watching the news over there, I'm away.
Yeah.
I'm like, one day I wake up, everyone's wearing masks. Everyone's gone crazy with it. And my mum, I get back to my hotel room, my mum's like, you need to come home now, son. You know, you don't want to get trapped in this country. Think of the people, you know, your loved ones at home. You don't want to bring COVID back and then infect them people and they could die. You know, you need to not only think about yourself, but you need to think about the people that you love back home, and you need to come home now. I ended up staying for 2 weeks. I must be honest. I stayed for a couple more. I was like, I don't know.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, I was loving it out there. You know, it's my dream to do this. So I was like, I'll just stay a couple more weeks, see if it all blows over. It got worse and worse and worse. It started to come back to the UK, you know.
Yeah.
And anyway, I ended up coming home. Later on down the line, Thailand was one of the least worst affected countries. In the pandemic, Vietnam, Thailand, they weren't really affected.
Yeah.
And they're next door to China, you know.
So you were like, so ironically, you would have been safer getting trapped there.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have had money to keep going. I wouldn't have had enough money to keep living out there 6 months, you know. If I would have been trapped there, I would have been screwed. But I would have been safer there at the time, you know. Because the UK didn't really deal with it the best way. It just went...
No.
We was one of the worst in Europe, weren't we, behind Italy, you know?
Yeah.
So had you been travelling previously, or was this like your first kind of big jump? Because you went to lots of different places. It wasn't like you just went to one. You kind of travelled around a lot.
I've travelled quite a lot in my life. I'd say mostly Europe. I've been to Thailand once prior to that, about 5-6 years before. But I've been to Las Vegas. Mallorca, Ibiza. I've been to Holland 6 times. I've lived in Ireland. I've been around in my time. You know, it wasn't new to me. Yeah, it wasn't new to me when I was doing it. So yeah, that put an end to that. And so I come home, and my business, for what I've done for the last 13 years, I was an electroplater on e-commerce.
Oh wow.
On eBay, Amazon, Etsy. So basically, I used to plate precious metals onto like iPhones and Apple Watches, like 24 karat gold.
Oh wow!
So before I went traveling, I used to do that. I did it for 30 years.
So was that from home, or was that for a company?
I've always worked from my bedroom, you know.
Oh wow!
I did it all from my room, and because it sounds very complicated to gold plate something in 24 karat gold, but
yeah, exactly.
You'll be surprised how easy it is and how much you don't need much space to do it in. And
oh really? Yeah,
my streaming equipment takes up more space than my gold plating equipment. You know? Yeah.
So did you say you still do that now?
No, I stopped doing it about a year ago now. About a year ago, I finished with it. I've gone full time into streaming. This is now my full time thing. So yeah, you asked how I got onto Twitch. So I've explained how I wanted to be a content. One second, sorry. Sure. So I wanted to be a content creator from the start, and then that got stopped, and I had to come home and work for a couple of years in my gold plating business. And then my brother's son, said to him one day, Dad, I want to be a streamer, and my brother's like, okay, son, my brother made sure that he got the setup for his son to stream on, and when his son went away at the weekend to his mum's, my brother decided to set his own account up and give it a go.
Yeah.
And he started doing that for a few weeks, and I was like, bro, I didn't realize after a couple of weeks, but then he told me what he was doing. I was like, brother, I'll come in your chat and support you. Do whatever I can to support you. And that's what I did. With free subs and bitties and starting hype chains and whatever we could do to support him. But then I started to make friends in his chat, and I started to be like, oh my god, I want to do this, And,
yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh my god, I want to do this. Let me, So I sold some of my crypto and my stocks and stuff, and I bought like a setup and stuff, and I was like, right, and that's how it all started, really. That's how it all started.
And so, does your brother still stream now? Or your nephew? Does either of them still stream?
No, my nephew might occasionally, but my brother, unfortunately, if I'm totally honest with you, which I want to be honest and transparent in this interview, is that he wrote his community off. He wrote his community off. He probably can't show his face on Twitch anymore. Me and my brother have different fathers, and I don't really want to badmouth my brother off or anything.
No, of course,
but he's got a different personality to me. We're like chalk and cheese, When he first got into Twitch, it was all about the money, for him, making money.
Yeah.
When I got into Twitch, I was like, it's all about the community,
Exactly.
My brother used to say to me, oh, you just got streamers in your channel. You need viewers. Is that Fungusai? You need viewers. I was like, I'm not going for the money now. I'm going to build a solid community, and then the money will come afterwards, But the focus is to build a quality community from the start and get rid of all the toxicity and people that will cause drama and build a structure of amazing, like-minded people like myself.
Yeah.
People that I call friends and genuine people. And then if the foundation's set in the group where there's all good people, no drama, no toxic people, then the people that join in will follow, and it'll blossom into this amazing community. If you allow for the toxic people to stay there, chances are they're going to attract more toxic people. And also, my brother attracted a different type of energy, I attract sort of love, people that are just out there for only love, and my brother sort of attracted people into his stream that were donating £20 for him to go get a bottle of whiskey to make a fool of himself, and like they weren't looking out for him, they just wanted entertainment. And I don't need to go really deep into it, but he wrote his community off, and he doesn't show his face on Twitch anymore. He's on TikTok now. He's got a group of people on TikTok, and I think that's the right platform for him. I think Twitch is all about love.
Definitely. And so obviously with your community, you've got how did you grow it? Because from the beginning, obviously, when you start to become a streamer, it can be quite difficult to get past to become an affiliate mark. You've got to have average of more than 3 viewers. You've got to have more than 50 followers. You've got to stream for 28 hours in a week, don't you? So it's all of the things. Sometimes some people can do it really quickly.
Yeah.
And I imagine because you'd made friends in your brother's stream, it was quite easy for you because you just went, oh, I'm going to stream, and all the good people just went, oh, we're going to come and watch you.
Yeah. Well, it was easy because, one, obviously, even if I wasn't his brother, they probably would have still supported me. But because of the fact I was his brother as well.
Yeah.
Then I just got that full support. When I first went live, I was averaging at 6 viewers on the first stream,
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
So, and my brother did all the bit of the work, but I'd like to say that I helped support him, pull him up, and by the time I started going live, then I'd say I earned that. I put the effort into him and the people and made friends, and then become my friends, and it was a good start. We got affiliated in 7 days. Well, I got affiliated in 9 days, but I passed everything in 7. But it took like 2 days to give me the onboarding papers. Yeah.
That's good, and because I know that obviously you touched on it just then, but one thing that I find like fascinating about your channel is the self-promotion side, because so many streamers are like, no self-promo, bugger off, we don't want self-promotion here. Whereas you're actively like, no, promote yourself, tell people, if you're going live, tell me, I'll tab you up. Like put your channel in my channel, you can tell people about yourself. You're all about helping other streamers grow. Yeah. And I kind of just, I thought about, did you ever worry that might affect your numbers, or is it, what's the thinking behind it?
I honestly, I'm like that in real life. When I meet people for the first time, I place them higher than I place myself, and that could be sometimes it's not helped me much in real life, because as people see kindness as a weakness, and I've been walked all over a lot for being like that, but that's just who I am, and that has just transferred onto Twitch. I'm not gonna. I want my friends to come up with me. What's the point in being at the top if you're gonna be alone at the top? Lonely. Yeah. So I want my friends to come. I want good. I know how hard life is, and I just want to. I'm just a positive person. I'm not negative, and I don't dwell on, oh, maybe they might take a follower off me, or this, that, and the other, because they're a better streamer than me. I just think I went through it. Just didn't care. Just all about the community, and it just doesn't bother me, them things. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a delusional optimist, so when I set my mind to something, I don't know if you know what delusional optimism is. But
I do. Yeah, explain it though, please.
When I started Twitch, I said to myself, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there in the top 1,000 streamers. I'm going to do it. It's already done. Time hasn't caught up yet. I used to watch this podcast, and it sort of instilled it into my brain. But when I do something, I go into it in the belief that I'm going to make it, and that's exactly what I did with this. So whether if I promote someone or not, it's not going to make a difference. It's in my mind, it's already done. Just time hasn't caught up yet, and so. And also, helping people is a good thing. If you're doing the opposite and hurting people, they're not going to help you. And I just feel, I was so confident that I was going to get there. That I was like, you know what, everyone's coming with me. Not everyone, but I'll do whatever I can to support everyone else as well, because I know how hard it is. I was lucky that I got affiliated in 7 days, but I know how hard it is as a streamer. But you asked me so you asked how did I get to where what was the question?
How did you grow from, or did you have a set way of doing it? Because some streamers are just like, they have a schedule, they stick to that schedule, and Twitch's algorithm picks up on that and goes, well, this guy goes live at this time every single day, and obviously now you've got a stream schedule, and if you stick to that, Twitch says, you're doing really well, I'm going to put you on recommended. But did you have like a plan, or did it help? Because obviously you got a YouTube following as well, and you've had quite a lot of views on your channel. I mean, your video of your dental experience is just over 18,000 views. Yeah. So that must have helped as well.
Yeah, I think I got very lucky with that. When I shot that video, I didn't go in with the intentions that I was going to shoot a dental video. But I thought, you know what, like loads of people have issues with the teeth, and loads of people typing in turkey teeth and onto YouTube. Yeah, exactly. So I thought, may as well, if I'm paying for this and getting my teeth done and putting all this effort, I may as well document it. So I rung up the dentist. Like, is it okay if I bring the camera in and I do a bit of YouTube? And he was like, well, we welcome influencers. So I was like, sweet, I'll get my tripod, get the camera in there, and we'll do it, because it helps promote them as well.
Yeah, it's a great confidence to have as well, just going for it. And if you're documenting it, if anything happens that isn't great, you've got it there, you've got the footage, exactly, you know everything.
They go wrong.
Yeah.
So
recording this.
I don't know. For me, growing my channel was solely based, not at first, because I was not entertaining. You know, it's took. I do believe that I'm entertaining now to a certain level. I'm not entertaining all the
You
time,
are
but
very entertaining.
if I could, I wish I could show you my, you know, like when I first started my VODs, and maybe 6 months in, you'll see me
Yeah.
improving. But I wasn't the streamer I am today, and so I wasn't entertaining. I got fancy lights in my background, you know, flashing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't. I was playing Apex. It was just like any other streamer.
Yeah.
And like obviously you'll hear it a lot on Twitch, like people say the word networking. I don't like to call it networking. Networking is going into people's streams, even if you don't vibe with them, you still try and make friends with them,
Yeah.
and to get them onto your channel. That's what networking is. I
Yeah.
don't like to call it networking. I went out on the basis of just trying to find friends, people that I
Yeah.
would make friends with in real life, rather than just networking anybody's channel.
Yeah.
I went out to make friends with streamers and like-minded people like myself. So I wasn't just looking for anyone. I was looking for people I would vibe with that are on the same level as me. You know, in the positive, in the positive mindset and stuff, and just showing love. And yeah, I just went out there, made a bunch of friends rather than
Yeah.
network. There's a difference between
Yeah.
networking and going out and making
Definitely.
friends. And that's what I did, and I made a hell of a lot of friends, and it just slowly snowballed. But
So do you
also,
find? Go on.
sorry, I'd say as well, if you like, when you're going out into other channels and you're meeting new people and stuff, if you're not putting the effort into your stream to make it a good quality stream and something enjoyable to watch, then that won't work. You know, people will come back to your stream once and be like, "Oh, this isn't that great. I'm gonna dip."
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah,
put effort into
exactly.
your stream, then and you've gone and met them, made friends, and you put effort into your stream, then they come to your stream like, "Oh, this is a good hangout spot. There's good people in here, blah blah," and then you
Yeah.
build a relationship, you know. And
Yeah.
that's how I
Totally.
built my channel, from not being entertaining, but just going out and making a bunch of friends and people that I vibe with, you know.
Yeah, and I guess you've got a lot of streamers in your community, but they all still watch you
Mm.
because you obviously
Yeah,
your
and
viewer
support
numbers are
you.
yeah, your viewer numbers are good and they're supporting you as well. So, and I guess that's a show of appreciation for you having allowed them to use your channel as a platform to help theirs.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was gonna say there's communities, isn't there? And I guess with you, you've probably got a few streamers that you're close to that
Yeah.
you all share the same community.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to put names on the podcast, but I've got a couple of close people that we're all working in the same circles. I
Yeah,
have a stream team now that I just started, and there was 6 people in it last week, but one just I'm not going to say any names. One of the people, it just didn't work out with them. It was the time thing. They had a child. They had
yeah,
commitments, a job.
yeah,
So there was
Yeah,
only a short
exactly.
window that they could have contributed to the team. So I've literally put out a few messages about a week ago, started a stream team off, picked some of the closest people in my community to me that I think have got good potential to be a great streamer. And we just recently started a stream team, and it's got very high standards.
that's amazing.
Not to be an egotistical person and be like we're
Yeah,
the best or whatnot, but I want this stream team to be successful, and I want everyone in it to be successful. And
You've got to have high standards, I guess, in that respect.
yeah,
If you want something to be successful, you don't just
you
settle
can't.
for, something that's low quality. Go for gold.
Yeah, so we sort of set high standards for the new people, the people that are joining the community. So we have requirements of like 15 average viewers. You have to use a camera. You have to use a microphone, good quality microphone, and just be engaging in the chat. The chat needs to be engaging
Yeah.
with you. Just because you got 100 viewers on there and no one's chatting in your channel, that doesn't mean that we're going to let you into the team. The chat
yeah.
needs to
Yeah.
fulfill all these requirements. So
So what's the purpose of the team?
the purpose of the team, honestly, is I'm on like a movement at the minute. You know, I've got a few close people around me. It's to push, and honestly, it's one of the reasons. Obviously, because we all want to grow. I want to go to the next level now,
Yeah,
and the people that are close to me, which the ones that I picked out, the 6, I want them to, you know, 6 is better than 1. 6 is better than 1. Like now, what we're doing is if I set an event up in my Discord, everyone else who has the Discord in the team is setting an event up for that same event, and if they set an event up, I'm setting an event up in my Discord, so we're getting maximum exposure. Yeah. So we're all, it's just basically to help each other, you know, promote each other, and just fully support each other, and that should, you know.
And is there still sort of conflict of any of one of those 6 are streaming at the same time, or have you set it up in a way that they're always going to be someone streaming?
It's not a dictatorship.
It's
not a dictatorship. So there's no stipulations. All of the team can stream at the same time. There's nothing.
Oh, okay.
You can't. It's not you can't do this and you can't do that. It's hey guys, let's do whatever we can to support each other and to achieve success, you know, and make the stream team an amazing brand, you know. And we're not going for numbers. We're not going for as many people in the stream team as possible. We want good quality streamers. We want to be the best stream team on Twitch. And this is just, there's no like, don't do this, don't do that. It's just, let's do whatever we can to support each other, you know.
So have you announced this yet?
It's been announced I haven't fully announced it in the Discord. I've just set up a few channels, like my requirements and the application form. It's in the Discord now. Like it's closed at the minute, the group, until, because I've invited 6 people. The group is closed until, because we're playing a lot of games offline at the minute to build that chemistry, because there's a couple of people in the group that don't know each other too well.
Yeah.
So we're building up like the chemistry. And then after, when we're ready and we're a solid group and we're all friendly and everyone's established, then we're going to start accepting applicants, you know.
Yeah, so that makes total sense.
Yeah.
And so how big are you wanting the team to grow? Or are you always thinking the Super 6?
I'm going for quality. I'm going for quality. If it stays to 6, then it stays. You know, we're going for quality. Not numbers, no. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be very hard to manage 200 people. I'd like to maybe 30, 50 people in the stream team, quality streamers, but all doing whatever they can to support each other. I want the people in the team to collaborate with each other. And, you know, if 2 people are collaborating together, then the person that gets off first raids the other person. Yeah. You know, that is one of the stipulations, because at the end of the day, the viewers are watching their content and they're both playing together. If one person gets off, you may as well pass your viewers on start. It's the same content, you know. And but if you're not collaborating, you can raid whoever. But I'd say if you can just collaborate with someone you're getting off, send them over to the team member, you know, because that's what's going to help us, you know, grow. And it's just basically. Go on.
Sorry, if you have like co-op games like Minecraft or something where you're all playing together, you've instantly got that like. Just you've all got such good connections that as soon as you do anything together, everyone will just love you, and you'll attract everyone because there's so much chemistry, and it will be just so fun to watch, I guess, for everyone.
Yeah.
So no matter who's streaming, everybody will just want to be there, and they'll kind of be attracted to that friendship, I guess. So yeah.
Exactly. But there's other things we're working on. Like we're going to be getting together once a week to shoot. Off stream to record videos together and basically do Among Us or Party Animals and just play together for 1 to 2 hours. Everyone's recording the screen. They send the footage to me, and I'm going to make some YouTube videos and hopefully and then we'll gain eyes from people on YouTube that probably don't even have the Twitch app, that'll download the Twitch app to come over to see us. So I'm just trying to give an extra avenue for that. And also, when we release these videos, it's bonus content for our viewers on Twitch. We can say, we can all promote that video. We can all promote that video on our 6 channels. So that will push the algorithms up on YouTube. Hopefully, get monetized on YouTube and draw a contract to share the revenue. And it's just another avenue for growth. And it's an edge we have because I've been editing for 5 years now. It's just like an edge we have on a lot of other Twitch streamers, and especially groups.
It's amazing.
I see a lot of groups. Sorry to interrupt. I see a lot of groups on Twitch, stream teams on Twitch, but they're not doing any content together. They're not. they're just joining a group and it's a brand and that's it, you know, whereas we're going to be working closely together to...
You are going to be a team in that group.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I was going to say, obviously, like most streamers I know start, like you were saying, because they sort of get into Twitch and then they're like, oh, I'm really enjoying being in, and people seem to like me in this chat. Maybe I should give streaming a go. And then they start streaming, they get numbers coming in, but they have no idea about video editing or content creation. Streaming is easy in a sense. Like it's basic. You have a microphone, a camera, and a PC or a console.
Yeah,
you're good to go. You can stream to your heart's content. Not many people. So that's where your team have got a massive advantage with you, because not many people have got an experienced editor who can put together a good video and put it out on their behalf.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know,
and the beauty of it is, I actually love editing. Like when you.
Yeah, good. I was gonna say you have to kind of love it.
I have a passion for it. Yeah, I have such a passion for it. Like when you edit a video and you've actually got the end product and you play it through and all the cuts are perfectly and stuff, and at the end, like when you do your podcast, you've got your end products and you're like, wow,
it is
such a good feeling.
Nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Like when you finally finished it and then you push the button,
upload,
just comes together and you're like, what?
True.
and then you upload it and you're then like the relief as well that you feel like, oh, I've done it. Like I'm happy with that.
And getting such good responses, like people who genuinely like love to listen or love to watch you, or just they get so much out of something that you do, and when you're putting so much effort into it, it's so rewarding to have someone who can receive that at like full capacity, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah,
so definitely get it.
Agreed. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your. So I obviously come in your channel when I can, because as we all do, I've got full-time jobs. I run a business.
I understand that.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and then I stream like
whenever
5 nights a week, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, depending on the circumstances and what's happening. If the kids want to do anything, or if they just want to hide in their rooms and let me get on with it. Yeah. So I obviously don't get to come in as much as I like, but I love your streams. I think there's such a great vibe in there.
Oh, bless you, thank you.
You made me a mod because you said you'd run out of VIPs, and you were like, do you know what? I'm just going to make you a mod.
Yeah.
And you said you've got a lot, and I noticed obviously your mod list is, and you said you don't have to do anything. It's that's you got the sword because you're special. You know, like your people are.
I'm actually going to upgrade you because I believe VIPs. Like I'm going to give you VIP. You know, it's just. I just did that because I didn't want you sat in my stream without a badge. You know, I'm close with my dad. I love your community that you all have together. It's a beautiful thing, and it's very rare to see. Like it really is. Like it's a tight group, and I really do. It's been a pleasure meeting all you guys, Stephen, Gaz, and all the rest of the gang.
Yeah, I mean, it was Stephen that sort of introduced me to you and said, you should need to come and watch this guy. He's really funny. And like just in the stream in general is just really entertaining, and it's a great place to hang out. And so obviously that's why I started watching you, because of a recommendation from someone I'm close to who said, you know, come watch him. And that's perfect way to grow it. Like if you could get, for every single viewer you've got now that's regular, if they all brought one person in, you'd double your numbers. So
very true. Yeah. I love Bazza. Like I feel like I've known him a long time already. He's such a sweet guy, you know.
Genuine.
Yeah. But yeah, going on back to that, me and you need to play FIFA sometimes. I seen you playing FIFA the other day.
Yeah. So
you've got a little stream group of FIFA.
Bazza's playing FIFA as well. So you know Dragon as well, don't you? I think Dragon comes into your stream as well, doesn't he?
KT Dragon.
Yeah. So me, Bazza, and Dragon, and Space Hopper, who's my mod and
IRL best friend.
We've been friends for nearly 30 years. And another guy called Owen. We're all doing pro clubs. I'd never played pro clubs on FIFA before, but it's so you all control one individual player.
Yeah.
And then you join us, and it is so fun. Honestly, if you've got it, if you've got the new one, EAFC.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to make sure I get it. It's not FIFA anymore, is it?
No, yeah, it's called EAFC or EA Sports FC 24.
God.
I just call it FIFA.
It's no branding anymore because they got rid of FIFA.
Yeah, I think FIFA just wanted too much money, so they were like,
wow, they're like,
we'll just do it on our own. We own the game, but all the teams and the player names are still in there. So nothing has changed just apart from the name. Yeah.
Oh right, really? So they're still able to use the names. It's not like
all the kits, everything, because I think FIFA wanted too much for the rights to the FIFA world, so they just went individually to the clubs and stuff and did their own deal to.
That's crazy. After nearly, is it 23 years, 24, 20 years?
Yeah, because the first one was FIFA International Soccer or whatever it was called
on PS1 or something, was it? Or
yeah,
was it even...
and that was it. Was that 94 or 93? No, FIFA 94 is a different. Yeah, so it's a long time. I remember having them on like the Mega Drive and stuff like that, you know.
So, on the Sega? Was it on the Sega?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first one was on the Mega Drive.
Oh, right.
The very first FIFA. But, yeah, so you definitely got to get it and get involved with the Pro Clubs.
Of course, man.
It's so funny.
I'm down.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because, it was Phoebe who got me into playing Fortnite, because I used to play COD. Okay. I only would play, like, Warzone pretty much, and FIFA. They were the two games I played. And Phoebe, I thought Fortnite was all about builds, and I was like, no, I can't do it. It's too many buttons, too much going on. I hate building. And she's like, no, Dad, there's a zero build mode now. You love it. So she got me into playing that.
I remember the day I was so excited. I was like, you will love it now. it's very easy.
Get me in there. Yeah, zero build would be going for about a year before you told me about it. But, you know.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So let's talk about stream numbers. So currently you have 3,986 followers, which is amazing.
You've done your research.
Time, not me, or him. Your stream time is 2,852 hours, and that is 107 full days of your life.
That's like doing 107 24-hour streams.
Mm-hmm.
In 18 months.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, one of my longest streams was 22 days long.
Yes.
22 days long.
This, yeah.
And it ended up me breaking up with my missus because I had literally no time with her. So, but unfortunately, before we started streaming, I moved in with her. I was living in quite an expensive apartment, and it was costing me a fortune. I couldn't afford it. And I ended up moving with her to a council apartment, and we ended up splitting all the bills. And I was like, well, we can save so much money. I'm spending £1,000 a month to live in the centre of Manchester when I could give you 200 quid and you pay 200 quid. We could live cheap in a flat and save some money and have a good life together. And so I lost my business. I lost my business due to Brexit and my eBay business. And when Brexit happened, all my European customers had to pay 20% extra on all the products.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I was selling products for £100. Now they were £120 to people in Europe. So, Europe stopped buying off me. That was 90% of my customer. I just lost my business overnight. And so I decided to stream for 22 days. She decided she didn't want me there anymore. She was sick of it, because I had no time for her because I was just constantly live from the second I woke up to the second I went to bed. And I was going live for a whole year. That was the plan, to go live for a year.
Oh, every single day.
Yeah, we got to day 22 and she'd flick the electric box off and stop the stream.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, literally mid-stream.
Yeah, midstream. Yeah, 22 days in, it's a cheat. I was killing myself to just do this. It was a lot of energy, and it was a daunting task. And she switched it off anyway. We broke up. Because I moved in with her, so we both saved money. She sort of just kicked me out, and then I was sort of with my mum for a bit until I could get an apartment. So
I was going to say, is you like probably rushing to try and get your stream set up somewhere else.
Yeah, I was rushing. Yeah, oh my God. But it took 4 months. So out of the 18 months I've been streaming in total, I've had 4.5 months break in between. So really, I've been streaming in total about 14 months now, 13.5 months.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
That's incredible.
And I've also tried to do it. I tried the year again, and I got to 20 days again. And then it was too much for me. Then I tried to go live for a month. I've done 9 days non-stop, and so I've done very long endurance streams. And yeah.
It'd just be easier, wouldn't it, if to do a whole year? You could do 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. See you later. See you tomorrow. Like, you could do some longer ones in between.
Yeah.
But,
I was crazy. I'm a crazy man. Like I'm like, when I set my mind to something, I just do it. Like when I got affiliate.
This is one of the things that Basil was saying. Like he loved about you. How he said since he'd been following you, you attempted a 24-hour stream, but only lasted 3 hours because he said you got drunk or something during the stream.
It was a shot of sub. It was a shot of sub.
Shot of sub.
Oh my God.
3 max per hour. 4 hours in, gone.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, yeah, you'd screwed yourself over by setting the bar way, way, way too low.
Everyone just went in,
Oh God.
I don't think these long streams I don't think these long streams are for me anymore, No. I've not got that energy. I'm going for more now quality over quantity content, and like when I first got affiliate, I thought, right, I'm doing a 24-hour stream from my affiliate, and it was very successful. And on my affiliate stream, I made about $87 on my first affiliate stream. Yeah. So I was like, well, this is successful. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go live 24 hours, 3 times a week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
So you've got time to recover in between, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and I did that for 3 months, going live. So this is why this is why my viewing hours are quite high. Yeah. Like there's a lot of viewing hours.
So were you doing this while you still had a job as well? At
first, yeah, when I was doing these free 24-hour streams, I still had the gold plating business. Yeah.
Crikey, so you're working as well in between.
Yeah, but the gold plating business, I only used to have to work like 2-3 hours a day.
Yeah,
it wasn't a lot. Yeah. The profits are quite high, so I could just do a couple of hours, make my living off it, and then focus on Twitch. But I was rushing to get my work done so I could get onto Twitch because I just loved it that much,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. So we've seen you play a variety of games on stream. So would you say you're kind of a variety streamer, or is there just games that you normally stick to more than others?
I think for the first 12 months, I only played Apex. It was the only game I loved. I couldn't stand Fortnite.
Wow.
I couldn't stand Fortnite. I thought in my mind, it was a kid's game. My nephews played it.
So many people think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was very closed-minded about it. I was like, Apex is the one. I had so much fun on arenas. I was very good at the game. I spent a lot of time so far, and I built an Apex community. And so, yeah, I met this lady called Ellen. I'm sure you've met her, Ellen.
Ellen Kader, is it?
Yeah, about 6 months ago, 8 months ago now. And she used to come and play Apex with me a lot, and I know she didn't like it, but she just loved hanging out. And I know it wasn't her cup of tea. She just used to get her ass kicked on it all the time, bless her. It is sweaty. So she played with me a bit, so I was like, she made the effort to come play with me on a game that she didn't really favour. So I thought, well, you play Fortnite, I'll come and join you, because I enjoy playing with you. So, and before you know it, over a couple of months, now Fortnite is one of my main games. Yeah. And I take back what I say, it's not a kid's game. If I really look at it, I built this Apex community, and my community wasn't solid. We weren't very close and tight. There was people coming in regularly. As soon as I went into Fortnite has a community, like an amazing community. I've met so many amazing people since I've come to Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's just this community is totally different on Twitch with Fortnite. Honestly, I'm so blessed that I did, play with Ellen and get into it.
Yeah, so she's converted you, but you still make her play Apex every now and then.
I still make her play, yeah. Well, I still ask. I don't make her, I ask her. Please come and play with me, Alan.
Yeah. So, I didn't know if you know this stat, right? But
yeah.
According to Twitch Tracker, you have streamed 61 different games.
61? Is that a lot compared
so
to
that includes in 12 months, 61 games. So that will include things like, obviously you've been playing Starfield recently, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
And obviously Apex, Fortnite, but that includes all the little ones like when you do marbles on stream and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
Literally anything that you've gone live. I think it even includes just chatting as a game category. But still, when you said how long you've been streaming, realistically 14 months.
Yeah.
That's a lot of different games to play in
a
short space of time. And you said you spent 12 months playing Apex, so I was like, that means he's done 60 games in 2 months.
Yeah, pretty much. To be honest, in the last month I did 15 to that. I'm really going into trying different games now, because I've come to realise it isn't about the game you play. A good time is not about the game you play. You could play your favourite game with the worst company and you're not going to have a good time. You can play a game you don't like with the best company and you can have the most amazing time. And that's one thing I've learned. And I want to have them good times, and I want to go. So I won't put any restrictions or limits to what games I play. If my viewer numbers drops, so be it. On a game, I'm going to do what I'm going to explore the game industry and have a good time rather than focus. I need to play Apex because I love that game and my whole community is based on it. Like, no, do what you love and enjoy. Yeah.
But then this is the thing I struggled with in the beginning, because like I played a lot of FIFA, but it was getting too much for me at the beginning. I get very bad FIFA rage.
I want to see that.
It's actually terrible.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, I think Phoebe might have PTSD from.
Being a child, literally all I would hear is
listen to me screaming at the PlayStation.
No idea what was going on.
So obviously I built a community of people who just used to love laughing at me getting so angry at a video game. But I wanted to play Warzone, so I transitioned over to playing some of that.
Yeah.
And I was gone from getting 10, 15 viewers on FIFA to 2 or 3 on Warzone, because none of those guys who played FIFA played shooters.
Yeah.
And so I found myself stopping, forcing myself almost to play FIFA when I didn't really want to, because I wanted to play more Warzone. And it took me a while to get my head around the fact that, don't worry about the numbers. It doesn't matter. Play the game that you want to play. Don't play it because
you feel
your community is going to watch you if you do, and they won't watch you if you don't. Because there are some in your community who would watch you sleep, like I've seen. And they've watched you literally sat there chatting away, sat there chatting away while you're asleep on the stream. When you've done that in some of your streams, so those are the core of your community. They have a favourite game, obviously, but they'll watch you regardless of what you play.
And it's so lovely to have. It's a great way to know how strong your community is just by those people who will always stick by you. It's lovely.
People like that, I've come to realise, people ain't there to watch me play the game. I'm so bad at it. I'm such a bot, I've just recently moved. I've used control pad I've used control pad all my life in Xbox consoles. Same. And I've just moved to PC 4 months ago, and I've for the last 3 months I've been using keyboard and mouse. And now I'm just a really bad player, and I just think no one's coming to watch my footage. They're coming to hang out with me. I'm their friend, they're my friends, and they're not. There's very few people coming to watch my game. So whether I change the game to something else, then it's not. People are still going to be there, and
Yeah. So You've said a little bit about how you got some flashy lights, and right now you've got a great setup. So how was your OG setup in the beginning compared to now?
Oh, my setup was when I sold my stocks in crypto. I had an Xbox, I had a MacBook, and a monitor, a keyboard and mouse. Um, Now I've switched over to PC and stuff. I've got 3 monitors, mixers, stream decks, XLR mics. I saved up.
Got it all.
I saved up. I honestly ate really bad food for the last 12 months to save the money to buy all this stuff. I've really put myself out of pocket because I've not had much money. Anything extra I've had, I've just saved it and put it into it because I believe in this Twitch streaming and what I do, that one day I'm going to be successful. And I put my all into it, literally. I've eaten terrible food for the last 12 months, and
oh, bless you.
But bless my community, the amount of support they give me this month round. I'm finally, for the first month, going to be able to actually live and eat well, and live a comfortable life. And it's been an amazing journey for me.
But it's good because you don't strike me as someone who wants to reach the top for the money.
No.
You want to reach the top because you love it and you're passionate about it.
And then the money will help you fund it.
I think if I'm totally honest, I love content creation. I love gaming. I love speaking to people. But if I'm really honest, I want to live a comfortable life with money. I want to have enough money, so it not just for myself, but people in my real life that I care about, or even on Twitch, and my family. I want to earn enough money so my family, I can look after my family, and not just myself. I want to earn more money than just what I need. I want to look after the people that I love. So money is a thing. Money is a thing for me, if I'm really honest.
Oh, okay.
But I love gaming. I love meeting new people. I love content creation. That doesn't go away from me. But obviously, we need money to live, right? And I like to be a success. I would like to be a success, and money is for me. It's not my main focus, though. It's not my main focus.
At least you're honest as well. But you're not going out there going, right, make sure you donate and blah blah blah. You're very grateful to your community. So that's I appreciate that as well.
Yeah. Like, it's always been community for me, and then it's sort of, the money's just come now. It's not, I've not been chasing it. It's just coming. I knew from the start I'll just focus on building a solid community and not worry about the money. And now the money's just come. It's like a bonus. Thank you so much, and it's a blessing. It really is.
So you play on PC now, and keyboard and mouse, and then obviously, like you said, what's your favourite part of your setup? If you could pick one item, what is the thing that you could not live without?
It's got to be the PC. Have you seen all the lights on it? All the RGBs. Oh my god. Yeah. It's got to be the PC.
You're in love with your Christmas tree PC.
It blows my mind what this thing can achieve. It's not nothing crazy expensive. It's your mid-tier PC, but I've never had a PC before. I've always been a Mac user, and I had years ago PCs. But it's just blown my mind how powerful it is and the things you can do with it. And the possibilities are endless. What you can do on a PC, literally. And I've still got a lot more to learn, a lot more to explore. But it's been really cool getting to know PC life, because I'm new to this. I'm only 4 months in. I like my mixer, but it's not working for me. It's not not working for me. It doesn't want to work.
You strike me as the sort of guy that's going to figure that out, though.
I think it's an issue with my PC. Apparently, with this PC that I've just bought, the motherboard and the processor are in conflict with each other. So my USBs at the back turn off and on dead quickly. So sometimes my camera flickers. Sometimes And if you connect a mixer to it, then it's going to chop your audio up if it's coming through the USB. So I'm having some issues with it. I need to actually send it back, and there's a conflict with my computer at the minute. They've got two hardware components that are not working together well.
Yeah.
So I'll be sending that back, and they'll have to sort it out. But apart from that, yeah, it's
no, that's good.
Good bit of
and so we chatted about Stream Team earlier.
Yeah.
But what does the future hold? What have you got? Have you got any other plans in the pipeline that you want to share?
Let's see. Like the sole like I say, the sole purpose that we've got like obviously the YouTube thing and stuff, but the sole purpose of the group is to just literally support each other, and like if everyone in the group, if they set an event up, it's going in my Discord on this event, and it's going in every other team member's Discord. We are just maximum exposure. We're going for maximum exposure. And looking for new avenues like YouTube to get more eyes on us. Yeah. So it's just maximum exposure, supporting each other, because 6 is better than 1, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's just it's just a community within a community, you know.
Yeah. And have you thought about Kick or anything like that?
I've used Kick. I got affiliated on there.
I saw. That's what I was going to say. I saw that, but you still stream on Twitch, so have you decided that you're not, or do you still?
Do you know why I streamed on Kick? It was because when I have technical issues, if I want to go live and test them and see if they're working, you know, and I fix the issues, instead of throwing a notification out to 2,500 people, I think on my Twitch you've got like 4,000 people, but only like 2,500 people get the notification when I'm live. If I go live on Twitch to test it, then I'm just gonna annoy a few people with a go live notification to come in and like, I'm just doing the test.
Yeah.
You know, they're excited and I'm like, I'm just doing a test, I'm not actually going live.
Yeah. That's actually
I use Kick as like a way to test my like that everything's working. And at first when I started Kick, I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to jump on the hype, but I've just felt that you're just starting all over again. You just like, even you know, I'm not massive, but I've got quite a few people in. And I just felt like I'm starting all over again, and I'm not willing to put myself through that. And I love the Twitch community. I've seen some dodgy things on Kick as well, you know, gone into other streams and seen some illegal things happening, and I'm like, just because that Kick are lenient doesn't make it not illegal what you're doing right now, you know. Exactly. And I don't want to be associated with that, with a platform that allows that.
Because it's effectively the brand that's representing you. Like, you are part of
affiliated.
Exactly. You're affiliated with that brand. So it again, it's a good thing to kind of be aware of.
I mean, I kind of, my thoughts on it are similar with the lenience, but also I didn't like the fact that they've basically just copied and pasted Twitch. They haven't come up with their own idea and
cloned it.
Yeah. What can we do to make it
slightly
different or better? They've gone, Twitch works really well. We'll hit copy, we'll hit paste, we'll change some stuff to green, and we're good to go.
And we'll give them a little tiny bit more money.
I heard they bought it off Twitch.
Did they?
Yeah, because I thought they were going to start. Twitch are going to start a lawsuit, but I've heard. Don't hold me to it, because you know I've only heard it word of mouth. But I heard that they bought, you know, the rights to it off Twitch. I forget.
That would make sense, because I was thinking.
How the hell is this?
So otherwise it'd be a massive lawsuit, you know.
Amazon aren't going to stand for somebody copying their product and just putting it out there on a different brand. So they probably got a lot of money out of Kick to sell the base shell of it. I guess because it is like a basic version of Twitch. You don't have like the clips and the channel points and all that sort of stuff. It's literally a much more sort of dumbed down and also more lenient version. And one last thing, I just don't think that the incentives are always going to be there. Eventually this 95% incentive's not always going to be there. You can't run adverts, you can't, you know, so you can't get that a revenue, because my adverts equate to about a third of my revenue. You know, it supports me, and people
people don't mind watching them in my channel, and I mean, no one likes adverts, but where you can't have that. Yeah. But I think that they can't sustain 95%.
No, because I don't see where they're only making 5% off of every sub, because they don't.
It's going to be a business not losing money.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no incentive to sub because there's no adverts. So a lot of people will sub in Twitch because they'll get fed up with watching the adverts. Because sometimes I don't know if you've ever had it where you've watched someone stream. I got
like 9 in a row.
I bought I pay for Turbo predominantly because of when I was raiding people, I would go open up their stream first to check them out a little bit, just to see what they look like and see if they're having a good time and if they've got a camera and what their chat is doing, just for like a couple of minutes while I'm sort of having my ending bit with my own chat. And sometimes I get like 4 or 5 adverts and I'll be like, oh bloody hell, I want to just see what this person looks like and what their vibe is. And I've got, so I got Twitch Turbo for that reason, so that you don't get ads at all on any channel. But obviously, I can appreciate why people might sub to me or to sub to you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the adverts come at like the worst time. You'll be watching a stream where he's like, might be in the middle of a joke, about to tell a punchline, and it's like, oh, advert. And then obviously you don't pause because the advert's going on.
Yeah.
You carry on because you're live streaming. And then 3-4 minutes later, after the adverts are done, you come back and you're like, oh great, I've missed everything.
You know what the worst is when you type a message and then straight after the message is sent, an advert comes through. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You're like,
be right back.
Hi, I'm new.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you. You say all your life story, and then you can. Sometimes when you get the little camera, you can see that they're like talking to you, and you're like, "Oh, this is really awkward now because I can't actually say anything."
Yeah. I think they have a new feature now where you can just like give a warning a minute prior to have the adverts coming on and stuff like that, which helps a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't actually worked all that out yet, but I do have like I've added the little advert overlay. Ads overlay bit, so that I can, because you can snooze them 3 times an hour, can't you? So
okay.
You have to run. I think it's a minimum of 1 advert or 2 adverts an hour. That's how Twitch are doing it. Like you have to do a minimum of, and you can snooze them, but for 5 minutes, and then in 5 minutes time the advert. So they'll still get an advert, but also there's a countdown timer on the screen at all times. So then I can say to my viewers, like if anyone's not subbed, like you've got like 10 seconds till the advert, and then we'll see you in a minute.
But pre-rolls as well, you can't really give that warning as well. Like,
no,
exactly.
So pre-rolls just come on straight away, so you don't really get that prior warning.
And that again, that's the one thing that I think lets Twitch down a little bit, is that if you're going into a stream for not necessarily the first time, but the second time, because the first time they don't give you ads on any stream pretty much.
Yeah.
They do. There are occasions, but if you've joined a raid of somebody, so say you raided somebody else, and I was in that raid, and I was like, oh, I'm going to follow this guy. The next time I watch his stream, I'll get adverts pre-rolled.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that puts people off.
That's honestly why.
It's not like on YouTube are good for it, but they've gotten worse because now they're like, you get loads on YouTube, but YouTube are better because you've got a 10 second ad or 15, and you've got 1 or 2.
And sometimes
on Twitch you can have so many.
Yeah.
And they're so long. It's like you just have to sit there and like go.
Especially when you've got 8 adverts, when people run 8 adverts, and it's like, oh my god, I love this person, but I don't want to sit through 8 adverts. Like, oh my god.
It's crazy.
I actually run adverts because if you run adverts, you can disable the pre-rolls. Now, if you've got pre-roll adverts coming in with apparently 30% of new people click off when they get the pre-roll advert.
Yeah.
So basically, you could be losing a potential donator, a potential viewer, a potential friend. You know, like, and so that's why I run adverts. So I've got the ability to turn pre-rolls off, so the first 20 minutes of someone coming into the stream will not get a pre-roll advert. So sometimes it's best to run adverts, but you've also got to think of your viewers, your long-term viewers as well, and yeah, that's what I'd say. It's finding the right balance. Not too many adverts, but enough so you can disable pre-rolls and allow for new people to come in, and you know.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah. Well, we are coming now to, sadly, the end of the podcast.
Why?
I know. So, thank you so much. It's actually been a pleasure. It's been lovely to speak to you.
I'd love to come on again one day. I would love to come on again one day and speak about my knowledge of mushrooms, maybe, and what I've learned through mushrooms, because I've studied mycology. Yeah. And I want to give you, I want to fill you in with my belief on life, and like I don't believe in religion, but I believe some amazing things about mushrooms that I've not taken from the internet, but I've come to my own conception. I'd like to speak to you like maybe one day about that. I don't know if that fits in with your brand, but
I mean the podcast is primarily interviewing streamers and finding, because the reason why I started it was because whenever I go into a stream and I find a new streamer that I like, I always want to know their story. But if I click the follow button, you're not going to then. You must get like what, 3 or 4 followers an hour, maybe when you're streaming. Like you're not going to then every time someone follows, you're going to go, right. Well, my name's Fungusai, and here's how the name came about, and do a whole pitch. Some do a very short pitch about who they are and what. It's hard to keep doing that. It is really hard. And I thought, do you know what? I love Twitch. I love finding out about different streamers and what makes them tick and why they've got into it and like that side of things. So when I'm watching streams and I'm hearing people telling their story, I was just like, you could make this into a podcast on a platform where people could listen. And like, you're an interesting guy, and I've got such a great like story and background of how it's all come about. And obviously I love your stream, so it's actually really
it's a nice
refreshing
thing for us to
be able to get to know you a little bit better. And also then when we put the podcast out,
everyone else as well,
your viewers might find out tons of stuff they had no idea about you.
Well, our whole team, so not just me, but when the link goes out, all our team will be promoting this as well across their Discords. We're going to push this out.
Yeah, I mean, and again, if any of your other team members want to come on and do a podcast,
I can speak. I could. I actually said to Ellen, I'll speak to Adzi and see, because Ellen's doing really well at the moment, and she spent a fraction of the time what I've spent, streaming, and she's almost on the level that I'm on. And I asked her, she's very nervous, but I think Ellen would be a good candidate for your show. But I reckon she would,
get her on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one with Bazza as well, because I keep saying to him like,
I'll say yes. I'll watch that.
He was never ever going to stream, and I kept on and on and on him, and then I finally got him to agree he would do a stream if he reached 1,000 followers on Twitch without streaming.
Yeah,
he would do me, because I kept saying about I like his voice. He's got like a really calming voice. Like when he talks, I could just listen to him all day. Yeah. And I said I want him to read me a bedtime story. so the whole idea. It's his birthday today as well, by the way.
Is his birthday today?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Baz.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll be popping in later. Happy birthday, Baz.
So he's still he's put that in his bio. So although he started streaming properly now, it still says in his bio, if I reach 1,000 followers, I will read Adzimagic bedtime stories.
Every time he comes in, it's like always brought up. People are always talking about this bedtime story. Everyone's so excited. I can't lie.
Yeah. He's a popular guy. But yeah, thank you so much. We're going to hand over to you to pitch yourself.
Am I okay to shout out my team as well?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
This is your moment now, at the end of the podcast, to literally go nuts. Talk about whatever you want in terms of like your socials, where people can find you. Everything.
Okay. Well, guys, my name is Fungusai. I'm across most of the platforms like Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I'm not going to say Kick. because I'm not going to be using that. But my name's the same across all boards. It's Fungus AI. We also have a stream team family called Fungi Fam. Shouting out the other 5 members in there now is Trusting Angel, Ellen, Deaf Queen, Unity Gaming, Bry Guy, and then it's me. Love you guys, and yeah, thank you for allowing me to be part of your podcast, guys. You've been amazing. You've made me feel so welcome and put me at ease, because I was so nervous before I started, and then as soon as you started talking, you know, it's so much fun. It really
You've been brilliant. I didn't detect a single nerve.
Oh, I was so nervous. I was speaking to Ollie before, and I'm so nervous. They're ringing me now.
It's happening.
I'm like that before my streams, and then I get 5 minutes into it, I'm like, right, I'm good.
Yeah,
you know?
And you're happy.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you again.
And
thank you too as well.
Thank you guys for watching this episode, and don't forget all our previous episodes are available to watch on YouTube or to listen to on Spotify. Don't forget to do all the likey and subscribey stuff, because that really helps us. Thank you.
Game over.